Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Talks and Stylist Pictures. My name is Afro Debbie and I'm here with my colleague.
Hello, my name is Solomon Miracle.
Welcome to Creative Talks. Over the past videos, we've been talking relationships, teenagers, and what people face in marriages. So today we're going on a hard and hitting topic for a very short time, of course. And in our next episode, we are going to come back with a more interesting topic for you. So today we are looking at relationships. How unprepared people are when they get into these relationships, and because of their unpreparedness to get into a relationships, they have issues in their relationships. So we are looking at now, what do you think people need to have, like the attributes you need to possess before you get into a relationship? Personally, I think what brings most issues and troubles in relationship is lack of understanding, trust issues. And for me, I feel like, okay, if you're having trust issues, you should work on yourself before you get into a relationship. You should work on some people have this, temperament is another thing. I think temperament, somebody that is overly angry over anything, just a little word and the person is upset, you're very upset, you want to use the next thing in your hand to hit that person, and you need to work on yourself. And it all boils down to understanding, Of course, when you know that you are with an aggressive partner, like if you're with an aggressive partner now, you would know how to, there's something I was taught in school. Two aggressive people should not stay together. It's not because of their children. It's not because they'll give birth to two aggressive people can be together, but they'll give birth to very calm people. But the chances of that is very, very slim. So I know that two aggressive people shouldn't stay together. Because it's either one person is going to die or one thing is just going to go wrong. One aggressive person to a calm person. I think that is balanced.
If you allow me to talk here, being aggressive and having trust issues are two different things.
Yeah.
Now, if someone has trust issues, maybe it will be from the past things that have happened to the person, and maybe he has gone into or she has gone into a relationship where she has this trust issue. Maybe she gives her all or he gives his all to the person and then trusts the person and ends up being heartbroken.
Betrayed.
That is why some people are doing, and some people just someone just tell me that, oh, this is what happened to me in my relationship, and then I'll start feeling, my next relationship, will I be able to trust somebody after I'm seeing this or I'm seeing that?
I think another thing that happens is when you have people that are snitches. When you tell somebody something that, okay, this is what happened in my past relationship, and then the person goes to tell it to A, B, C, and then you're the topic of the whole. And when you're passing on the road, people will be looking at you like, see this one that is doing like this, see this one that is doing like that, and you can't even
where they're actually getting it wrong is, whatever has happened to you has happened to you. Yeah, is a lesson, or whatever you have known is for you to improve, not for you to go into your relationship and want to do it to that person that you're dating, because it's not welcoming at all. If you have anything and you're feeling like, okay, because I have passed through this, and if I go into this relationship,
it's still going to be the same thing.
It's still the same thing, then there's no need for you to go into that relationship. Who do you want to come and stress? The person you're going to ask out or stay with or do, has she not gone, or has he not gone through a lot already on his own part? So if you don't have trust in your relationship, or you're feeling like you're feeling so insecure, because that's another word for it, you're feeling so insecure, you just stay on your own so that you will not go and add stress into the other person, or the person adding stress into you.
I think another factor is respect, but I think we women, we make respect seem like the men don't deserve it. But even the Bible says, wives, submit to your husband. That respect your husband. And I feel most of the issues we still have in most relationships, as I have observed, is the lack of women respecting their husbands, the lack of women respecting their husbands. And then there's also the vice versa issues of when a lady is very respectful to the man, very calm, and then the man is trying to take advantage of that her calmness, and you want to turn her to like rag kind of stuff like that. And I also think the ability to communicate will help. There is something I know most people. Allow me to finish. Okay, so I know that people in a relationship. I know somebody in a relationship, and there's this lack of communication. Something will be wrong with you.
Yeah.
You will not talk. You will keep quiet, and the person will be asking you, what is wrong, what is wrong, what is wrong. You'll be unable to talk until the thing has gotten to like the climax of everything. Then you want to talk that time. By that time, nobody is ready to listen to you, and there is something that people in a relationship do that I personally don't like. I don't like it. Before they get married, they go on movie dates and all the stuff, all the lovey-dovey stuff. Then when you're married, everybody's now cat and dog in the house. This one is workaholic. But you were also working while you guys were dating. So you were also doing all those movie dates, going out, seeing different things. But when you're married now, this one is, so you're turning to Israel. I'm going this way this morning. I'm waking up, I'm going this way. Nobody has anybody time again. I think that thing is something that, there's this saying that absence makes the heart go fonder. There's something that, it's something that when I'm not talking to you every time we are just, this one is going this way, this one is going this way. I don't think that is a good thing for people in relationships to still be doing now. So the one thing I know about this whole thing is your readiness to even enter that thing. You have to be financially, mentally, spiritually, everything. You have to be ready. If you're not ready to receive mental stress, don't even enter. If you're not ready to take emotions, all these people, I'm very, very emotional. Small thing they shout for you, you start crying. Small thing they do like you start crying. If you're not ready to, and if you as the guy, you don't know how to manage those emotions when they come, you people get into a very big. So you were going to say something, I'm done.
Yeah, I was talking. First off, we talked about respect. Yeah. Second off, we are talking about. No, first off, we talked about trust. Then second off, we're talking about respect. Yeah. You talked about lady having hard time to respect their husbands, or in a relationship, boyfriend having hard time to, or girlfriend in person having hard time to respect their boyfriend. Now, that is not right, because they intend to give you the respect you deserve. And I've noticed that in relationship, when a lady starts giving you respect, then those things you used to do before, you don't used to do it, just as you called communication and other stuff that you mentioned, they don't do anymore. Because when you start when you start giving him respect, and then every time he then maybe I don't know, and how these are, you just start giving him that respect you claim you want. Then he starts, my respect might just come out. You don't also have time for her. That's where you brought that communication. You don't always have time for her. And you just, then where would you, how would you derive the respect? Or maybe in every little thing you just mention, guy, this guy don't get respect for me. This guy don't get respect for me. You drag that respect so that you don't bring out that communication between yourselves. Because when you start talking about respect, she won't have any words to even start talking. She'll feel like, okay, this one just, they need respect. No communication, no adventure, no entertainment between the two of you that you used to have before. Why are you always calling respect? The respect is from the two genders. They're supposed to be giving each other respect. When you talk about respect.
So like,
and for the lady, yes, and for the lady, she knows to an extent where to give you that respect. She knows to an extent.
So are you saying that when you're respecting somebody, you respect them to an extent? Or
yes.
So you respect them to an extent. So at what point will you stop respecting them?
Let me tell you something now. I'm dating a guy. I'm using an instance. I'm dating a guy. You wake up in the morning, you tell him good morning. You do your normal choice, maybe cook. But now they are expecting you now to start, maybe you want to discuss with your boyfriend, maybe in the marriage term, maybe before your marriage, you want to discuss with your boyfriend. You start giving him, when you were dating, you were like, guy, no, they do this kind of thing.
Okay,
no,
so
those kind
you
of,
mean like, oh, the vibe when you
those
get
are
married,
the
you
respect.
start.
That's why when you then someone just come, this guy they give me respect, and then you ask him why, what to make you talk so, he will then start saying things like, when me and she they talk, say she go just they do they like, you really expecting me to just, yes sir, no sir, okay, let me go and do this sir, because we are gisting or we are going out, or maybe when we are going out, I'll not stay in your back or I'll not stay in your front. Is that the kind of respect you want?
I think this whole thing, most people are, I don't know why people get in a relationship and one person will be ashamed of the other person. I really don't know why, because I think it's because one person is ashamed of the other person. That is why you'll be going out, I cannot work with you, you'll be working at the person's back, this one will be at the front, this one will be at the back. I think it boils down to a whole lot of things. That it boils down to someone being prepared. All round
preparation. You just need to be prepared, because you cannot just bump into marriage.
We have lots of people who are not prepared in relation. They just want to enter because people are in.
A day in my street, a lady is carrying a child. She's holding the other small one, and then the husband is just maybe, should I say, how many meters away? And then he was like, all these women, wanna do. You did not help her to make things easy for her. Then the next statement was, if I talk now, they go say I they cost women. Like, what kind of statement is that?
Are you sure that person is really married to that person, or there's something we really don't know about this whole
husband and wife? I'm telling you that she carried a child, holding one, and he was just there calling her, walk fast now, walk fast.
I think everybody really has a role to play in this whole relationship stuff, both the male and the female.
Imagine she's saying something, what would then happen? She does not have respect.
Okay, I thank God she didn't say anything, because at least that I'll give her a thumbs up, because we have so many nagging wives in this our society now. People that can't keep their mouth shut.
No, they can't just take it. Even if it's hard for you to just
take
it.
In as much as they can't take it, we don't know what has happened while they were at home. You don't know what the lady might have said, because I also know of a neighbor, every time the lady is, she's quarreling with her husband. Buy me car, the other lady comparing and you see comparison in relationships. I've seen it as something that scatters. It destroys. You'll be looking at this one person's house. You'll be like, every time we are living here, like, can we not park to that side? Let us park to this place. This person living. You will just get man frustrated, and instead of him to use his money, and because women, we really don't know what men are thinking. Do you get? We just assume. We just see somebody that maybe you went to talk to him, he did not answer you. Give the person space. There is another time to meet him and say, I was talking to you, did not answer. You will discover that most men will say, my brain was
and that statement you were talking, maybe it should be under understanding.
Yeah.
But this is under respect.
So that is why if
you have trust issues, you just stay away from relationship. If you have
I won't advise them to stay away. I'll advise them to work on themselves.
Stay away.
Work
See, you're
on
ready
yourself.
now. If you're ready, you can just go into relationship. But if you're not ready, you should just stay away. You staying away does not mean you stay away forever, except you're not really ready. Do you get?
But people can stay away and they won't work on themselves. They'll just stay away and stay like that.
They can actually work on that. Because some people go there and learn. Some people have not really gone there before. Some people have gone. Some people have they learn every time, and that's why even churches preach things like that. Even churches preach things like that. When you talk about understanding, you're born to understand that the person you're dating, if you're dating somebody that does not have money, one, you're supposed to understand. If you have generate your mind, your emotion to date somebody that does not have or have little. And then maybe the person always tell you, this is not really easy for me. Not somebody that every time you just keep quiet. Because that's another problem. Every time you just keep quiet, and maybe the person goes, there's nothing in this house. And then you're waiting just to tell her, you need to read emotions. You need to read.
Okay.
How will she then understand? Because even if you come, like that, you smile, and then you don't even give her at least one light that
That's fine. Lots, a lot about relationship.
Yeah, there's a
whole
lot you
lot
need
about
to learn,
relationship. So if you feel trust issues are problems, they are like basic problems in your relationship, or anything you're having problems in your relationship, or anything you feel that could be a solution to these relationship problems. We have lots of people breaking up day by day. Please drop your comments on the comment section. Drop your thoughts on the comment section, and don't forget to follow Starways Pictures on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, wherever you see Starways. Follow, because something big is going to come out of here. So we're going to see you in our next episode, and this is where we tell you have a lovely day, have lovely weeks ahead. See you. My name is Afro Debbie, and this is
Solomon Miracle. Thank you for watching.